Hey, Richard from Nova Hobbies here. Just figured I would go ahead and get started on the repair for my beautiful Apogee 70th scale Saturn V, which went up on its maiden flight this morning on a G80. And unfortunately, even though the flight looked good, the motor chuffed at ignition and burned through some of the engine, which meant it didn't get nearly as high as it should have. Apogee was very low, which means that the delay grain that I drilled to 6 seconds popped about 20 feet above the ground instead of about 500 feet above the ground where it should have been. That's no bueno. Funny enough, though, this rocket is surprisingly strong. The entire bottom half of the model, perfectly fine, no damage whatsoever. Top half of the model was moving a little bit too fast, and the nose cone is very heavy. They had about 9 grams of lead weight in there, which meant that this was problematic. It was moving much too fast for that distance off of the ground. There was just no chance for it. This section of the rocket is actually pretty fine. There's a few small little chips here and here that I'll have to CA and then paint back right there. But those aren't a big deal. This is a big deal, and this looks terrible. Funny thing though, this is actually completely repairable. We are going to have to replace some parts. That's part of rocketry though. So let's go ahead and get in on this. I think the best way to do this will be this is a tube that goes from here to here. The transition is already broken free. So let's just pull the transition off. Now this tube goes all the way down into a coupler that's about this deep into the next stage. And I'm not keeping that, so I'm not really worried too much about it. I may actually still be able to keep this stiffening ring in here, so that's good. But I'm going to have to order a new paper transition. Not a big deal. And the core tube here, there's a lot of crimping here. There's a lot of this that is going to be hidden underneath the transition, but I don't want to keep damaged tubes, so I'm going to have to drop this down, I guess probably about here. Yeah, lower than this mark here that I had made during construction. Yeah, so I'm going to cut this here after I call Apogee and make sure that they have this tube in stock, because I know that this is sort of a special one, and if they have a coupler for this tube. And even if they don't have a coupler for this tube, I can show you how to make a coupler. It's really not that difficult. I'll just get more of this particular tube, slice it down the side, and then crimp it together. Basically exactly like you make couplers for the pieces that are already in here. So we'll see how that goes. But that's going to take me probably about a week or so to do, and this will be able to fly again, hopefully on a G80 motor that doesn't have any problems. But we'll see. Yeah. Don't worry, it's going to fly. Thanks a lot.